welcome to the show. Today's guest is going to talk about a couple of subjects that I think most of us know something about. One of them is addiction, and the other is cancer. Many of us have been touched by cancer. For instance, my husband, my niece, and one of my sisters died of cancer. What if it's your own personal story? Well, today's guest is going to talk about her journey. Ladies and gentlemen, Paula Martens. Paula, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
It's exciting to have you here.
Oh, thank you.
So I know you wanted to talk about cancer and how it has affected you. So what kind of cancer are we speaking about?
Mine's brain cancer, and it's been quite a journey. So it started actually 10 years ago now, which I'm very thankful to still be here.
Right.
It was definitely an experience I had never imagined I would go through or experience or get through. I'm very thankful it's been 10 years of cancer thriver.
Right.
I like using the word thriver over survivor.
Survivor, good.
Because it feels like something that matches more of believing in something.
Right. It must have just blew your world when you were diagnosed.
Oh, I just about lost it. Not just about, I lost it. I had no idea. There was no prep. There was no, hey, in a little bit you're going to have cancer. I had no idea.
What were the symptoms?
It initiated with, I always grew up with migraines since I was 18. And with that, they started to develop even more often.
Right.
And so through that, I went to the doctor, which then, through that, I was diagnosed with brain cancer.
Okay, so now you said it was 10 years ago?
Yeah.
Did you have a support system at that time?
Yes, I'm very thankful. Prior to being diagnosed, I had been part of a healing group already. And so it already gave me the skills to know that I'm supported with others outside of myself, but to also then be able to walk this journey.
Okay, so now I believe that you started a support group as well?
Yeah,
right?
I did. In Chilliwack, it's the Cancer Support Group. I had previously, before starting this, I had done some volunteer work at the Abbotsford Cancer Clinic.
Right.
But living in Chilliwack, I thought it would be easier for me to just initiate my own program out here. And so, as a result, it's worked out really well, and it's at the Chilliwack Library.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
So when do you meet? How often do you meet?
Twice a month, and it's for free, which is really nice.
Yeah.
At the library, and it's an open program, so anyone is welcome.
How do people find out about it if they want to, if they're searching, you know, because people don't always know where to go? Right,
that's such a good question. I had initiated it, it's been 4 years, through the newspaper. But then I also went through where I was volunteering at the cancer clinic in Abbotsford. I ended up giving them posters as well. So often people who attend they got the information from the cancer clinic.
What's your status at this moment?
Oh, with my brain?
Yes.
Oh, we're still here. So
because I believe you were diagnosed with terminal.
I was. Well, not terminal. My neuro-oncologist had just told me it's just a matter of when. So it wasn't that.
Oh, I see, okay.
So he gave me, I think, 3 to 5 years, and now it's been 10 and a half. So I had suggested to him, thank you for your suggestion,
right.
But I'll just take it myself, thanks. And
what does that mean?
Yeah, meaning I'll just determine myself if it's 3 to 5 because I'm going to go past that. So
I see. Great.
Thank you for your work. Yeah.
So are you on treatment? Or?
I'm not on treatment. I did chemo and radiation. Yeah, I'm thankful to still be here. And I feel while being here, I may as well bring support to others as well, and encourage and be hopeful and be a cheerleader.
How many people in your group so far?
It's a drop-in style, so you don't have to sign up. It's not a weekly, it's a closed group. It's an open group. So whoever chooses to come, some have come since the beginning, some have come for a while during their journey, and each person who attends also is in different stages of their cancer as well.
Right, yeah.
So it's an area to feel safe. And the biggest thing is, I think, for people who do attend, find it so nice to talk with other people with cancer.
Right.
Because then there's so much they don't have to describe.
Yeah, and absolutely, because I cannot understand what you're going through. I've never been through it, right?
Yeah.
So how can I relate? Well, we're going to just take a quick break, okay?
Okay, sure.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back after this break.
I wanna know all about you, your life's a story.
We're back, and I'm talking to Paula Martens, and we're talking about cancer.
Prior to being diagnosed, I had really no heart, so to speak, about cancer because I didn't experience it.
Right.
And so through this, it's developed for me to have a compassion of understanding for people who have faced it, worked through it, however it's gone. And so with my experience too, having the surgery and that whole process with experiencing, it was a loss. So the grief and loss through that. And in my surgery also, finally they did it and I got the size of a lemon taken out, out of my brain.
Right.
And then they sewed my head back together. And with that I did lose quite a bit of words.
Right,
so
okay.
Even sitting here, I'm very thankful I can use my words.
So it took a while, but any kind of brain surgery would do that. Is that correct?
It depends. There's so many different kinds of brain cancer, so each would be very different.
Right.
But mine, I'm still here, and they took as much as they could. Otherwise, because my brain cancer is like a spider, so
Yes.
it still has stuff in there. Which I think is a gift also, though, because it keeps me on my toes, because I've changed all my food, all of my eating, all of my, I want to say, almost my belief system in regards to healing and how it's actually possible. Again, I'm still here.
Yeah,
So,
awesome.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, I started off by talking about people who passed on, and I think that was the wrong thing to do. I think it's good to talk to people who are thriving, who've gotten through it, are on the other side of it now, rather than hearing everybody's story of gloom.
Well, and I think it is encouraging for me to encourage others, because I often think at some point I'm going to go just like everyone else, which is cool. Like,
Right, yeah.
we're all going.
We're all going, yeah.
But while I'm here, what can I bring? What can I bring in terms of encouragement?
Right.
And it is possible. So.
And I think that's a win-win, right, for yourself and whoever else that you're helping along the way. So that's really good.
Yeah.
Now let's switch the subject, if that's okay with you.
Oh, for sure.
Let's talk about addiction.
Okay.
Now, were you into drugs?
Yes, very much so.
And what kind
Yes.
of? When was that?
Well, it's been a while, but I do know it was in the 90s.
Okay.
So in high school, a little bit smoked pot. I didn't like it at all. And so instead, I just jumped straight to crystal meth.
That's quite a leap.
It was quite a leap. But it was in the 90s, so it wasn't as common.
Right.
Again, a really big experience. And again, like going through cancer, it was for me to develop compassion because I had an understanding. Same with crystal meth.
Right.
As I went through it, prior to that, I was very judgmental of people who used. And through it, becoming an active user myself, very active, I went into psychosis. And I happen to still be here with that as well. So
Well, how did you get yourself out of it? Because I know it's not easy.
no, it's not. And it became to a point where I didn't know there was an out. And so I was going to commit suicide because the hell I was living in with psychosis was horrific.
Wow.
And so then I decided on some level, on a universal spiritual level, gave me the hope of why don't you just try getting off it.
Right.
So.
And you did.
And I did. Here I am. But it came to the point where who cares if I die?
Yeah.
I may as well ask for help now. It's funny how deep we have to get sometimes, or for myself.
Is there a way to identify why you went into it to begin with?
Well, some of it was, I think some of it is I was dating someone who was already in it, and I was so naive, I didn't realize. But it's still a choice.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
no one can
ultimately,
make
yeah.
me do it. So I chose with that.
It's like you think you can control it.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
It's, because it doesn't apply to me. So
Yeah.
I was never going to be an addict.
Yeah,
Or
right.
addicted to it. No, that applies to everyone else.
And then
Yeah.
once the drugs take hold,
Yeah.
it changed. Like I know that, like I look at the people on the street who are obviously addicts, not other homeless people, but just the addicts, and I think, look at where they are. Like who would choose to be there? They would never have been able to foresee, even if they'd seen it.
I
Right?
think a lot of people, homeless or not, are going through whatever they can do to deal with pain.
Right. Oh, yeah, I believe that for sure. you
So
know.
I think, we all have our go-tos, and at that time mine was crystal meth for that.
Mm-hmm.
And then it easily shifts to something else. But the addiction is, it's to not feel pain. Well, in life, I think, is we have no idea
Yeah.
what makes us walk the journey we are walking or that we choose to walk. So
Yeah.
I think it's, yeah.
And hearing somebody's journey, like this is one of the reasons why I love doing this show. It's hearing
Yeah.
people's journeys, and everybody's
Yeah.
journey is different.
Yeah.
And it's like there's never a direct route for most
No.
people anyway,
No.
right? So I just think about what you've come through and where you are and how you're helping other people with their journey, and it's all so awesome.
Thank
right?
you.
So thank you
Yeah.
very much for sharing it.
Yes.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to talk about while we still have a few minutes?
I guess just to encourage people to be a cheerleader for people.
Yeah.
It's easy to get really hopeless. It's easy to feel not supported. It's easy to get to a place where questioning, I don't know if I can do this. In life in general, not just addiction, not just drugs or cancer, in general. And to find that core inside to go, okay, I can do this. And support is essential with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And however that works.
Absolutely.
But I'm here, the cheerleader.
Yay, yay,
people.
rah, 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 rah. Well, that just
Yeah.
about wraps it up. So
Okay.
with perfect timing. And again, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it.
Thanks. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Hope to see you next time. In the meantime, peace out.
Who are you? I wanna know you. You've got a story to tell.